This Bitcoin pattern reveals the next big move for Bitcoin here. We are in the expansion phase, which will literally print thousands of dollars for the Bitcoin price here. We have seen this pattern over and over again, and right now we are seeing it once again. In about 1 hour, the FOMC meeting is about to start, and the volatility will kick in when this meeting is happening. Ethereum is following the exact plan we have been predicted, and all of that in today's video. But first of all, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel to never miss something into the crypto market ever again. And please make sure to like this daily update video if you want to see more content here. And let's dive right away into the charts, because what we can see here actually is that we are creating a megaphone pattern. So what does this mean? We are creating resistance on the top side here and support on the lower side. So of course, structure wise, we are pushing towards the downside, which is something you really want to keep in mind. But the trick of this pattern is that the market pushes everyone in a short position. And we all know what happens when everyone is in a short position. We will eventually get that squeeze towards the upside to take everyone out of their positions. What we can see here is every single time we tap this green line, we got supported by the lower side and we pumped towards the resistance line. Right now we got supported once again and we were pushing towards this resistance line. And that is exactly what I am predicting right here, is that we will see a 123k Bitcoin anytime soon here. And if we are around this resistance line, I am expecting a breakout to either the upside, or we got a bit of a rejection towards the downside who got supported by the lower side once again. But please keep something in mind. If we dump further towards the downside to maybe a 100k Bitcoin, that is your biggest opportunity to buy your Bitcoin. So what is happening in this case doesn't even matter. If we pump towards the upside, we're printing once again, and if we drop further towards the downside, we will get the biggest chance of our lives here. Then also what we can see is, if we talk about taking people out of their positions, we can literally see that we were disturbing here in this red zone here. We manipulate everyone out of their long positions. So what does this mean? Everyone is opening up long positions right over here. It's actually accumulation, sorry. And if everyone is opening up their long positions, that means that everyone, if price eventually go up, everyone will make money into the market. And that is something we learned from the beginning of trading, that not everyone can make money here. So we need to take all those people out of their positions before the next leg towards the upside begins. And that is exactly what we have been seeing here. We saw that manipulation phase, so we dropped below this accumulation phase, and we took everyone who opened up a position in this range out of their positions, and right now the market is set to explode towards the downside, and that is what we call the expansion phase. And my targets are around the 130k for this expansion phase, so this is really huge for Bitcoin here. Also, something which is pretty important, every single time we created a top and also resistance, if we broke towards the upside, we perfectly retested every single high. And that is exactly what we have been seeing right now. So in the past, we saw a high, a perfect retest. We created a high, we perfectly retested it after a breakout, of course. Right here, we created a high, we broke out of it, and right now we are perfectly retesting it, and we see a little expansion towards the downside, towards the upside, which is a really important thing, and people are buying up their Bitcoin. And the rallies we have been seeing after a retest of a high are like 40 or 20% pumps. So that is something I am expecting right now, and that will probably pump Bitcoin towards a 130k here, which is huge. But for today, in about an hour from now on, the FOMC meeting is about to begin here, and that will cause for major volatility. So please keep an eye on that one as well. If we look at the probabilities here, we can see that 400 toward 425 is a really big chance. Currently, it's 425 toward 450, so we will drop, and this is a really important thing for the markets here, because there is a really high probability that the markets will pump here, especially crypto. So this is a really good prediction here, and I'm really looking forward towards this FOMC meeting, because I am expecting fireworks for the whole crypto market here. Also, if we look at the ETF inflows, we can see that the ETF inflows are getting higher and higher, which is a really good sign. This is literally supply and demand, and if everyone is buying ETFs, eventually the supply will shock, and that will mean that price will skyrocket towards new levels here. So this is really good to see that people are interested to buying into Bitcoin with a ETF here. Then if we look at the volatility index, we are currently trading on lows here, and of course it's September, so the volume isn't always that great into the crypto market. But if we compare it towards the highs we had right here, we are standing so quite low here, and there is a really high probability that in October and November we will pump towards 5 levels here, and that will mean that crypto is about to explode and the volatility will kick in to all those crypto coins, which is a really good sign, of course. Then, if we take a look on Ethereum, what we can see is that Ethereum is playing the exact game over and over again. So what we can see here actually, every single time we swept a high, we saw a dump towards the downside. But every time we saw a swipe on the lower side, we saw a massive rally towards the upside. Now you don't need to worry, because that swipe from the high here towards the downside has already happened here. But a really bullish thing I want to see on Ethereum is maybe drop a little bit further and take out this low. If we see so and we swipe this low here towards the downside, I'm opening up a massive position here on Ethereum, because that is one of the most bullish things I have ever seen on Ethereum if this happens. So I'm keeping my eye on this swipe as well, of course, to open up a really important position. Also, what we can see here is that we broke out of this 4-year range here, 4-year squeeze. And what we usually want to see is a breakout towards the upside, a clean retest before going exponential towards the upside. And right now we broke out of it, but we didn't retest it yet. And if we see a retest here around the 3.7k, that will also fall apart with this one approximately, with that swipe. This is literally huge. If we see this retest here, and of course I'm keeping you updated about this price here, then we can see a exponential move towards the downside, and this is your last chance here to open up your positions around the 4k Ethereum, because if the volatility kicks in October, November, once again, we will see Ethereum hit 6k easily here. So things are looking very bullish here. I'm really excited for the FOMC meeting to see what is happening. And of course, tomorrow is a brand new daily update video. So we will talk about the markets after the FOMC meeting here. And that was it for today's video. Please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like the daily update videos if you love those. And then I will see you tomorrow by a brand new crypto daily update video.